to Nutrition Made Simple. I'm Cady Coleman, and I'm co-owner of Nutrition World. Today's exciting topic is on the immune system. School is starting back. We're going to enter fall sooner than later. It's not going to be so hot forever. And I want to talk about ways to keep your immune system optimal. So looking at a couple of things that I brought here today, I want to start with the very first thing, and something that to me is very foundational: vitamin D. So the only way that you get vitamin D is from the sun. There are not foods that are going to give you vitamin D. Simply stated, the way we get it is through the sun. Now, reasons that we could be low in vitamin D: we're either not outside every day, we're not exposed long enough. Maybe we wear sunscreen and it actually blocks the absorption of vitamin D. People that have fairer skin or people that have very dark skin are actually going to have trouble turning that vitamin D into a usable form from the sun. So what I would encourage you to do is to get a blood test. You can ask your doctor. If you're local, you could come to us, or there are companies now that send an at-home little prick test that you prick your finger and you send it off. But knowledge is really, really important here to know what are your vitamin D levels at. For example, I take about 5,000 IUs a day, which is going to be what this is. My hubby takes about 15,000 IUs a day. So he has fairer skin with a little bit of red hair coloring. So he has a little bit harder time absorbing vitamin D. So saying that, it's important that we check our levels. When you get your levels read, you want to be in the optimal range. We don't want you just to be okay. We want you to be optimal. Optimal is between 60 and 80 on the blood test when you get your labs back. And getting to that optimal range is different for everybody. So this one is a vitamin D3 with a K2. We are big on that now. K2 helps shuttle the D3 to where it needs to go in the body. So they work very synergistically together. And make sure you take it with food. It needs fat to absorb. That is going to regulate the immune system, keep it ready to fight. It keeps all the good guys ready for the invading pathogens. And so it's safe to take every day, and it is necessary. You are going to get sick more often if your vitamin D is low, and you're also not going to feel as good mentally. So I'd highly recommend vitamin D. Next is something I do every single day. I actually do this in my coffee. Some people use this as a coffee alternative. I still like my caffeine and I still like my coffee. But what I like about this is it has 10 different mushrooms. So mushrooms contain something called beta-glucans. Beta-glucans are immune modulating. That means that they keep your immune system ready to fight in a similar way that vitamin D does, but using the mycelium and the beta-glucans out of mushrooms. So a different way of keeping that immune system ready. So we're going to have things in here like lion's mane, great for brain, cognitive function. Reishi, which is the longevity mushroom, keeps us vital. Cordyceps helps strengthen our lungs, helps strengthen our breathing. Turkey tail, great for the overall immune system, wonderful for pathogens. So basically, with these 10 plus mushrooms that are in here, you're going to keep your immune system ready to fight always. So I add approximately 1 teaspoon. I probably do a little bit more than that on mine. I probably do 2 or 3 teaspoons, so about a tablespoon in my coffee every morning. I love the flavor it gives, but it keeps my immune system optimal. And then it has a little bit of ashwagandha, which is actually perfect to combine with caffeine. Ashwagandha helps your cortisol levels. So I don't want to spike my cortisol too high with that morning coffee. I've got the adaptogenic herb ashwagandha in there to kind of help modulate. We also know that the more stress you're under, the more your immune system could be taxed. So this ashwagandha added in here really helps keep us in our bandwidth able to handle the stress. So for me, these are everyday items. Then we're going to talk about, something comes in your household, you feel under the weather, you feel those first signs of sickness. What are you going to do? We have a lot of options for that. I could go all day talking about immune formulas, and I do keep a lot on hand at home. But I want to say one of my favorites. It's Buried Treasure. It's actually made locally in Tennessee. We visited this manufacturing plant before. They do an amazing job at this formula. This is the children's ACF. So ACF stands for allergy, cold, and flu. And then the adult ACF. What this is, it's about 12 ingredients in both of them that are going to be immune boosting. So I didn't talk about boosting the immune system here. I talked about modulating. When you're feeling a sickness coming on, you actually need to boost. We need to fight. We need our immune system to go and respond. So we're going to have things in here like elderberry, echinacea, mullein leaf, vitamin C, Oregon grapefruit, wild cherry bark. So we've got things in there for bacteria. We've got things in there for coughs. We've got things in there for antioxidants. We have got really a full spectrum here to help fight whatever may be coming into your household. It tells on here how to dose it, so I would follow that. You may need to be a little bit more aggressive depending on what it is. And same thing for the adult formula. The thing with this is you need to keep this in your house ready to go. If you wait too many days, you've already replicated the virus too far into the body. You're just going to have to kind of wait its course at that point. But if you react to the first signs of that sickness, you're going to really help the body fight initially. Lastly, one of my favorite ingredients really on this earth for immune system, especially for that rapid, quick support, is called bee propolis. Bee propolis is known by PubMed in over 800 studies I just found actually when I was researching this before this. Bee propolis was found to be antiseptic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, and immune modulating. So I always keep this on hand. A sore throat for a kiddo, unsure of what's really going on, but the body needs to respond. They make a regular and they make a kids. So I also keep those on hand. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys stay well this season. Please, 2 last little facts would be make sure you try to get enough sleep. I know that's not always possible, but please look at your sleep habits. So we have an ebook that's wonderful on our website, nutritionw.com, and you go to the search and you type in ebook, and that'll give you some tips on how to sleep. And then lastly, don't eat too much sugar. Sugar drops your immune system function for about 4 hours. So if you eat a lot of sugar, you introduce to a pathogen, you're going to have a little bit more trouble fighting it than if you hadn't eaten a lot of sugar. So those are my little lifestyle tips. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.